Hello, and welcome to the SHIRO Show, a brand new SHIRO show or a new Friday. New Friday,
Hi,
new
everybody.
SHIRO show. That's the way I like to say it.
It's how it is every week, unless a holiday falls on a Friday. But otherwise, new Friday,
Depends
new
on the
SHIRO
holiday.
show. Mm-hmm.
I usually do a Black Friday stream, but, you know,
Yeah.
just all depends.
Yeah. Well, how is everybody doing? Thanks for joining us. We've got a big day for Saturn news. Quite a bit has happened this week, huh, Pat?
But quite a bit. I'm surprised. We got stuff from new stuff from Bo. We got new methods of connecting on Discord. We got new updates on Saturn Mister. Quite a lot of them, actually.
A lot of FPGA news this week related to the Saturn, which is cool. So thanks for joining us, everybody. Let's see who we've got in chat. Looks like Wiener Bob was the very first one to pipe up and say Saturn. So hello. Thanks for joining us, Wiener Bob. Hi, Dragons of Saturn. He's here. Captain Hawden, Neil Henderson, Tales of Saturn, Slowcoin, aka Double Dime. Hello. Bean with a star says, Yo, wow, Sega. Hi, thanks for joining us.
I like Bean Stars.
Beanstar, yeah. Pierre Garreau. Hello, Saturn guys. Hello to you too. Paul Bort is here. Very good. Hello. DC Cades? DC Cades? I'm not sure. Either way, glad you're here. Zeed64. Hugh Jazz is here. Hugh Jazz. Pudgy Bunny and I are here, of course. Pudgy Bunny off camera.
Are you sure you're here?
Helping set things up. I think I'm here. I'm mostly here. I'm a little sleepy, but I'm otherwise...
Oh.
Fully here. Stone Man is here. Hello. JRock424. Hey, put me back. Analog Black Sheep is here. Hi. And Pandemonium is here too. Our fellow Shiro.
Panda Man.
Welcome, everyone.
The man with the pan. Duh.
Yeah, you show up early and we call you out and welcome you on in. So what's new with you, Pat? What you been up to this week?
Been busy. Just more moving stuff, packing up the house, and it's looking more and more like it's getting robbed, so that's funny.
Oh no. Okay.
So I forget how much of the stuff in here is mine, so it's like I pack up the living room and it's like all the consoles are gone from the shelf because they're all mine, so the only thing that's going to be on there is a Switch. Pretty much.
Oh, that's your roommates.
Yep. So it's looking
Is it kind of
more
sad seeing all the bare shelving?
It's kind of weird. I used to having stuff on it. Now it looks like somebody robbed us, so it's funny.
But you're probably excited to move into your new place, so.
Yeah, a little bit. It's gonna be exciting. I'm excited to get all set up and sorted.
Hello, Raiden. Thank you for joining us. Yes, is Dave still dead? Dave is not dead. Dave has not been dead. Dave is still, however, out of the show because he's busy doing summer things and watching his kids while they're, on summer break. So hopefully he'll be coming back to us in a couple of weeks when school starts.
Hoping.
I think we all miss Dave. But anyway, continue, Pat. What you been up to? Do you have any pickups?
Yeah, I got the shirt. One of my pickups.
Oh.
This is those who don't know, it's a purple shirt that has an M on it. Or it stands for Mercury. So it's the Mercury. I went to see the Phoenix Mercury last night, and there was a lot of fun. They whipped Indiana, so that's kind of fun. That was kind of funny. So that was good. Seeing Indiana very sad. So yeah, Mr. M for Mr. Bones.
Yeah.
Yes, the M stands for Mr. Bones. But yeah, that was a fun game last night. I got that, and I also got my last new shoes.
More shoes.
Some Jordan 6s.
Increasing the collection.
No, this is actually from the same ones that the main character uses in Slam Dunk.
Oh, that's cool. I like it.
He basically gets it for 67 cents from the shopkeeper.
Oh, he does? Jeez.
Yeah, he sees them, he's like, I want those shoes, and he bullies him into paying 65 cents for it, so... They end up getting destroyed later on in the season, and he gets Jordan 1s, but...
Hmm.
I just like the look of them. They're really cool. They're very comfy too. Has a cool
Nice.
locking mechanism. So
A locking mechanism?
yeah,
Shoes
it's got
lock?
like a it actually has a shoe lock on it, like right here, like a little lock thing. Just like zip it up and down the shoes.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
Yeah, it's like a lace lock, I guess. It just goes up and down.
Yeah, on your
with the
laces.
shoes.
Interesting. Yeah. No, okay, now I know what you mean. I was envisioning like an actual metal like locking mechanism to like, seal your feet in there. Like, dang, you really don't want those things to get stolen off your feet, do you?
No. There's a big problem. They can't steal them if they can't take them off, is what I say. So
Right. Exactly. Jeez.
yeah,
Oh, that's cool.
It's
Good
really
pickup.
cool. It's really nice stuff. So really happy about. How about you, Dan? Daniel, do you get any cool pickups?
No, I have no pickups this week. I'm in between pickups. I had like a million pickups last week. I had my Freerin figure and some more manga and God knows what else. I had a bunch of stuff. But so this week has been a quiet week on the pickups front. But that's all right. It's been a really busy week. I was really busy at work. I got a project thrust upon me with no warning, and it was big. And then they called me back the next day in the afternoon. We're like, oh, by the way, we need that 2 days sooner than you expected to have it done. Is that okay? I'm like, sure, I'll make it happen. So yeah, I was
Just turbo typing.
I was going, but I got it done, so that was good. And we had a busy week on the website, on the SHIRO website, Sega Saturn SHIRO.com. We had a lot of stuff posted, and I usually end up helping out with that a little bit. Proofreading everybody's stories and stuff, and putting stuff out there on social media. I made a couple of banners, and then I did a couple stories of my own too. So yeah, it was a good week. It's always good to cover a lot of Saturn stuff on our website. So
It was good to cover Saturn stuff on the Saturn website. That's usually a good thing.
Yeah, well, I mean, sometimes we cover Dreamcast stuff on the
we do.
Saturn website. And I don't know if we're going to again soon here, because it sounds like Mario Kart 64 is almost complete on the Dreamcast. I don't know.
Nice. I'll give it a shot. I don't know when that's gonna drop though, so whenever it does, I'll try it out. I found there's like a new Star Fox one coming out too.
Yeah, they're working on Star Fox 64 to the Dreamcast too, so that's amazing. Jan Martin is just a beast. I'm really excited about that, because I mean, I love Star Fox 64. Like, that was the game that made me get a Nintendo 64 when I was a young lad. So I'd be interested in checking that out.
Yeah,
seeing how that looks on the
Kind of
Dreamcast.
space for a game.
Yeah, I guess you can put it that way.
I guess it could be worse. It could be Star Fox Adventure. Then that would be getting eyebrow raises. Yeah,
I beat that game. I got that game on GameCube for Christmas, and I did eventually beat that, despite all of the design decisions in that game. Probably my least favorite one was how you had to button mash to do like a feats of strength. At one point in the game, you had to prove Fox had to prove himself with a feat of strength by mashing the A button a ton. I'm not good at mashing buttons in games. I just cannot do it quickly, which is why I'm not like the best decathlete player in SHIRO, I'm sure. But yeah, that took me a lot of tries to get past.
Yeah,
Star Fox Adventures.
I feel you. It's almost like making Star Fox a on-rail shooting game. Making it like Banjo-Kazooie was not a good idea. Who would have guessed that, right?
Yeah, maybe they should have just left it at Dinosaur Planet. Although, to be fair, I probably would not have asked for it for Christmas if it were Dinosaur Planet. So I guess financially that made sense.
Yeah, I mean, I probably would have played Dinosaur Planet on its own, but not with Star Fox.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people would have, but like I personally was like, cool, new Star Fox game. Like, I know it's not an on-rail shooter quite so much, but like I'll check it out. And yeah, I mean, like, it's not like it was a terrible game. Anyway, stop talking about a Nintendo game on our Saturn show. I didn't think it was a terrible game. I thought it had some redeeming qualities. It looked very nice. They're very nice graphics on the GameCube.
Very, very nice assets.
Fur tech. The fur tech was amazing.
Furry. Definitely furry.
Very furry. Very fuzzy.
But yeah, what did we have? Any community stuff we have we want to talk about?
Yeah, well, as always, we like to talk about what our fellow SHIRO members, the Sega guys, have been up to over on their YouTube channel, and they actually cranked out 3 videos this week. It's usually 2, so they were very busy. Yeah, so they started off the week with their bi-weekly podcast, which this one was with Sega Lord X, which was cool. So it was James and Dan and Sega Lord X, and they talked about our most prized Sega possessions. So I did listen to that. That was a good, fun one. Hearing them talk about all the different Sega stuff that they treasure. Things like the CDX for Sega Lord X. He loved his that's what it's called, right? The Genesis
CDX.
with the
There's also
Sega CD.
There's also the other versions like the Mega Swan, stuff like that. Whatever it's called, not the Mega Swan. I forgot what the name of it was. It's the US version of the Mega Swan.
Oh, I don't know.
Whatever that Wonder Mega. Is it the Wonder Mega?
It's just one. Yeah,
Oh,
I was
no,
gonna
it's
say
XI.
like
It's the XI. That's what it is. The JVC XI.
Okay.
That's what that is. So,
What
would you say your most prized Sega possession is? Dan?
Oh gosh. I don't know. I mean, like, I guess the easy answer is my Genesis, because that is what got me into into being a Sega fan in the first place. I got it for Christmas when I just turned 8 years old, and I still have that Genesis, and it still works, and I love it. And like Bunny knew just how much I treasured it when she opened it up to like clean it out several years ago, which was good because like there was a little cobweb and a little dead spider inside that like crawled in through the volume slider, on the Model 1 Genesis. Yeah, there's like a little dead spider in there, so she got that out. I'm sure my Genesis appreciated that. But yeah, so
nice.
I kept my Genesis in my parents' basement until I got my own house, and now it's in my basement. And yeah, there were some spiders here and there in that basement. It's a little scary. But yeah, so like that's probably my most prized possession. But I mean, there are other ones that I, of course, prize very much. Like I have a complete in box copy of Calibri, the 32X game, and that is super awesome. And it's like it's in great condition. And like another 32X game I prize is Stellar Assault. Shadow Squadron and other parts of the world, which I actually bought new. Like new old stock. They had it at a store several years ago, and like it still had a cellophane wrapper on and everything. And I cracked that baby open, and that was very nostalgic to open up one of those, like a Genesis style like cardboard box again. After all the tears. Yeah, that was cool. I like that one too. What about you? What's your prized Sega possession, Pat?
That one's hard. I'd probably have to say maybe either the candy cab I have, the Naomi one, or maybe if I had to pick like a sentimental one, probably my Dreamcast, like my original Dreamcast I was a kid. Those ones, since they're my favorite console of all time and had some great memories. But probably one of those two, or something like something like rare, like Snatcher or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, that makes sense. You were really happy when you got Snatcher.
I was. It was really good. I'm happy I have it, and I can add it to my collection forever. Nice.
And Captain Hodden says, I love my childhood Genesis and Saturn the most.
Nice, got that. And then Panda said, I still have my first Saturn controller, works like a dream. Nice.
Berserker, I think mine would be my Dreamcast or Saturn. You gotta pick one. Can't be on the fence. I'm just kidding.
Weren't we both on the fence?
I guess. I mean, I went with the Genesis. I went with my Genesis. I don't think I was really on the fence. But you went with your Dreamcast. Yeah. She doesn't have her Game Gear anymore, but she has talked to me about how much she loved her Game Gear.
It's a good console, besides the fact it needs 50,000 batteries to run.
Well, that's why you just keep it plugged in the wall all the time. Leave it docked like a Switch. Well, yeah, sure. Panda, is it the original fat Saturn controller? I'll bet it is. Actually, I'm not sure because Panda didn't have one when he was a kid, so. We'll have to wait and see. Anyway, so I haven't mentioned the other two videos that the Sega guys put out this week. The next one was, is it really a Mega Drive game? Eartheon arrives. The Sega guys review.
I forget ads on these videos if I go incognito.
Yeah, Dan Driver really liked that one, and I can understand it looks really good. Oh, Panda said no, the good one. Wow, Model 1 American Saturn controller slander. Libel technically because you wrote it.
Correct option.
I guess, but you know what? I kind of like the way the D-pad is on the Model 1 American controller. Like, yeah, it's weird, but like I kind of like the feel of like the way it sort of cups your thumb, at each direction. Like it's kind of cool.
I like it from that concept, but you have to keep in mind though that the shoulder buttons are the most abysmal buttons I've ever felt in my life.
They are rough. Shoulder buttons are not great. That's true. They're like mouse buttons, that you click.
If they worked, yes, but everyone I used, it felt like the thinnest like piece of plastic ever that is like rub my finger on and I can't like match it at all. So definitely if they had the same shoulder pads as the Saturn one, the Japanese style Saturn pad, I'd agree. But like it just doesn't. It's garbage. So I do not use it.
TCK said, I'd say either my box copy of Nights into Dreams with the analog controller, it's a good one, or my box copy of the Japanese version of Virtua Cop with the gun. I assume autocorrect got you on that one. Virtua Cop with the gun. Yeah, those are both good ones. Both good choices.
Or Actual Cop.
Actual Cop. There's Actual Golf. So our third video from our buddies over the Sega guys was raising the bar for Sega Master System homebrew Raising Core alpha demo impressions. That just came out earlier today, and man, I have to say I can't believe Raising Core is a Master System game because that game looks incredible for the Master System. It just looks good in general. Like the developer's doing a really great job. Have you seen that game yet?
It looks really good. I'm more surprised you jumped right over Eartheon completely. Didn't even like mention it once.
Well, that's much less impressive than Raising Core. No, I got distracted. Yeah, we got distracted. Yeah, Eartheon is a really good looking game. I have not bought it yet because I'm a bad person, but I will. I'll totally eventually buy Eartheon because got to support the high profile Genesis new releases in this day and age.
And this actually is a Genesis game, despite being on Steam. This is a full release. They found ways to put the ROM on an actual Mega Drive, and it does work.
Yeah. So and Dan Driver loved it. He was gushing over it. So watch his video on that, and watch his video on Raising Core, and watch the guys' podcast. They were all good watches this week.
You got good watches. I really wish I didn't put this in incognito. I forgot it does that. So we get ads on the video if we don't. So just ignore it.
Unfortunate. There's another thing. I forgot to put this on the outline pad. I'm sorry, but for the community section, I guess I just wanted to mention real quick that I was on the Sonic Weekly podcast this week. So check that out. Bo co-hosts that. With a non-Saturn David, and another guy named Grant, who was not there for the recording. Unfortunately, I didn't get to meet him, but it was great being on there with Bo and David. A lot of fun. So check out.
What's the podcast called again?
Podcast Sonic Weekly. The Sonic Weekly podcast. They do talk a lot about Sonic and the latest news that's happening with the Sonic IP specifically, but they do talk about Sega stuff in general, especially because Bo, of course, is a big Saturn fan, so he drags a Saturn onto the show pretty regularly, and especially when somebody like me from Sega Saturn SHIRO is on there. So we took the opportunity to talk about the AM3 games that were on the Saturn. He was going to talk about the AM2 games, but he thought Sky Target was an AM2 game, and I'm like, nope, that's an AM1. That was an AM1 game, rather, with Sky Target, along with quite a few other games on the Saturn, like House of the Dead and All Japan Pro Wrestling featuring Virtua, and Golden Axe, The Duel. That was also and AM1 helped out with Sega Technical Institute on Die Hard Arcade. They
Great game.
comboed
Love,
on that one.
Live Die Hard Arcade.
Yeah, so AM1 has a lot of bangers on Saturn. AM2 gets all the headlines, but AM1, great output.
No, for real. Like AM1 is an underrated goat for sure. Actually, I wouldn't say they're underrated. They're pretty goodly rated, but they're still really good and helping out other projects as well.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I encourage everyone to check out the Sonic Weekly podcast this week and every week. Saturn Dave was on there last week. I still got to put in a good word to get you on that podcast, Pat.
That's cool. I'm still waiting for my invite. I haven't.
Yeah.
The inbox hasn't had any letters in it recently, so it's got the cobwebs. So,
no, that's unfortunate. Come on, Bo. Let's go, man. I know he's going to listen to this eventually. I don't think he's listening to it live because I think he's usually unable to. Hey, Malenko, thank you for the $2. The rumors are true.
Thank you.
I love Pandemonium. Who doesn't? Who doesn't? Really? Who doesn't?
Exactly.
Everybody loves
Dan
Pandemonium.
I thought the same thing. Who doesn't love Pandemonium?
We're in sync.
Yeah, but no,
awesome. Thank you.
Like I said, I don't take it personally. I imagine they probably want to space it out and stuff, and like get like different people on there. So it's cool. It's cool. I get it.
Mm-hmm. Can't just be a month's worth of Sega Saturn SHIRO. Who would be able to withstand that?
Yeah, that'd be a little bit too much. You have to break it off a little bit. Like if they want to wait a couple weeks or a couple months, I'd be fine with that.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't no rush. We talk about that eventually. I got a lot of Sonic opinions to drop. Sonic history to drop.
They like Sonic opinions and Sonic history, definitely.
Yeah, I can talk about my love of Sonic Schoolhouse.
Oh, there you go. They were flabbergasted when I told them they actually like Sonic Chronicles: The Dark Brotherhood.
Yeah, no, I was listening to the podcast the other day. It was really good.
Yeah. Okay. Glad you get this. I don't know. I don't know what to say. It's a fun game. The music is garbo, but the game itself, a lot of fun. I liked it. I liked Sonic RPG from BioWare.
I agree. No, also get I don't know if Pandemonium's been on here either.
Yeah, I'm not sure that he has.
Yeah, if Panda's on there, get him on there too. Like, if you want to do him first, you could do. That sounded weird. If you want to have him on next, you could have him on next.
Do him, Bo.
Do that. Either one of us, I don't care.
Be an equal opportunity doer.
Yeah,
anyway, should we
each other.
Speaking of Bo, should we get into the news this week? Because I think he's first up. Okay.
Probably should do the news. I don't know. I might have to skip this. I'm just joking. I'm only playing, Bo.
Yeah, he's got a new Under the Microscope this week. Came a little earlier than usual in the week. It popped up on Tuesday. Yep, and he looked at Casper, everyone's favorite ghost-related game on the Saturn.
But will he be a friendly ghost or will he be a not-so-friendly ghost?
Oh, he's friendly. He's always very friendly. Look at that happy smile in one of the screenshots.
Still spooky. I like the rumor that it's like Richie Rich if he died, but I think I stole that from The Simpsons.
I didn't know that one. I wasn't familiar.
Yeah, it was like a Lisa thing. They point out that Richie Rich looks like Casper, and they think the theory is that it's like Richie Rich after he dies and haunts his mansion.
Nice.
But anyways, let's get into it.
Okay. So yeah, Bo saw that there were some cheat codes on GameFAQs for the PlayStation version of Casper. This is another example of cheats getting out for the PlayStation version of a game, and then there's just no equivalent cheats listed for the Saturn, even though Bo finds that usually those same cheats are in the Saturn version. So, and he finds them because he's awesome. So he, I guess the code for the PS1 version specified you had to be in a particular corner to be able to fly over walls. And he found, yeah, weird. You had to be like in the corner of the screen. Bo found, no, you don't have to be in the corner of the screen. Be anywhere you want. Type in a particular code. Check out his blog or SegaSaturnShare.com to see it. I'm not going to say all these codes, but if you type it in, you'll be able to fly up higher with the R1 button than before. It's let you go out of bounds, skip over obstacles and puzzles, and generally speed through the game. One of the cool things it also lets you do is come across a secret room that is mentioned on the IGN cheats page for the PlayStation version of the game. Now, you can do this on the Saturn version as well, where you type in the correct sequence. The only thing is that with the Saturn version, with both of these, you type in a few buttons and the game freezes, or it seems to freeze. And then you, on the PS1 version, you press right and then triangle, and the game unfreezes and lets you go out of bounds. On the Saturn version, you have to press down twice, and then right and the Y button, and then gameplay will resume, and you'll be able to fly over walls. So
honestly, you should probably just leave it frozen. Like, once it freezes, just get up and play something else.
Do you not like this game, Pat?
Nope.
Oh wow! So this one goes into the bucket with Mr. Bones, I guess. I'm sorry.
I mean, it's not that bad, but
no. Okay. So anyway, Bo was wondering why do you have to press down twice for the Saturn version and not the PS1 version? Well, that is because what you're doing with the initial couple of buttons that you press for the first part of the code is you are bringing up an invisible cheat menu. And that's why it looks like the game is frozen, because it's actually showing you a cheat menu that you can't actually see.
I wonder if that was visible in the actual, before the development, they made it invisible.
Oh, probably. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure that's I would imagine that's probably the case. It probably was
shame you can't make it visible
during development.
Maybe
yeah, really.
Maybe he has a code to make it visible.
I don't think so. I think it remains invisible, but he can see what the things are when he's looking in the code. And so what he saw is that the Saturn version actually has like twice as many options in its cheat menu than the PS1 version. PS1 version, if you did the first part of the code and then you like selected the first thing on the invisible menu, then you get the height limit cheat. If you press down one and then selected it, you get instantly defeat an enemy. Press down again and select it, you get a health / score cheat, where you would press right to have more points and left to have fewer points. So on the Saturn, if you don't press down at all and you select it, then it changes you can press left or right to choose the background music. It's the listen to sound effects option. If you press down once, nothing happens. It's like a dummy option. Press down twice, you get the height limit cheat. But if you press down again after that, you get the instantly defeat an enemy, like the PS1 version. Press down again, you can press left or right to change your score and your health. If you press down again after that, you get the last option, which is to view the credits roll. You press Y, and you get to watch the credits from wherever you want in the game. Not the most exciting thing, but hey, it's a Saturn exclusive. That's what's important. It's not the PS1 version.
That's crazy that they had this many cheats. I'm guessing maybe the Saturn one might have been developed differently, or might be more difficult. And that's why they had more cheats versus PlayStation with only like 3 of them.
Yeah, I don't know. Also, he found that there's a cheat code in the PS1 version listed on GameFAQs for faster movement rather. And Bo found that the cheat that they list there is not correct. He's got the real cheat. You press triangle to access the item screen. Press R1 and X to double the speed limit. Press L1 and X to set the speed limit back to normal. On the Saturn, you would press Y to access the item screen. Hold B and press R to double the speed limit. Hold B and press L to restore the speed limit. So yeah, that's cool. He's even finding errors in these old GameFAQs things.
To be fair, they probably sent on like a napkin to the magazine, or like it's a typo when they're typing it up. Like, oh, oops, sorry. Who's gonna care about this cheat anyways?
Told him over the phone or something. It was like, hey, here you go. You can print this in your magazine.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes about sense.
Did you see at the bottom of this article is one more thing about another version of Casper, Pat?
On the 3DO, the best version of it of all time. Everyone wants to play the 3DO version of it, right?
Yes, Casper and 3DO is not to be missed.
What a great version of it to play.
So yeah, that this version does not have the invisible cheat menu, but what it does have exclusively is a secret like shoot 'em up game hidden in it. When you type in abracadabra using like right for R and down for D, Then you let's see, do a couple other things. Just check the story.
Did you just describe Asteroids as a shoot 'em up game?
Oh, was it Asteroids? Sorry, he said
looks like Asteroids to me.
He called it a mini shooting game, so I assume that's a shmup. But I guess the screenshot does look kind of like Asteroids. Yeah, large objects will break into smaller ones if you hit them. That is Asteroids. Okay, so
Has
Asteroids
Bo not
is
played
hidden
Asteroids
in Casper. I don't know, maybe. Dang, I mean, him out.
So he's played all the Sonic games, but he's not played Asteroids.
Yeah. Well, his priorities are in check. His priorities are straight. That's why.
Well, I mean, I'm not trying to question it, Bo, but you haven't brought me on your podcast yet, and you don't know about Asteroids. There's some red flags that are getting raised up now. I'm just joking. I'm only playing, but no, that's just really funny.
Yeah, all kinds of interesting things with hiding inside Casper. Who knew? But I guess he is a ghost, so of course there would be hidden things.
It's very transparent. He's very transparent.
Yeah, and maybe the cheat menu is supposed to be invisible because it's a game about a ghost. They used thematic. They thought they were being cheeky. I don't know.
So guys, if you want to play the best version of Casper, it's on the 3DO, and just enter Abracadabra, and you could play a good version of it.
Mm-hmm.
You can play a way better game. It's like in Melee, you can make Zelda like an S tier by just holding down B and playing a character that's not garbage in Melee. So,
brother, hot takes over here from Pat.
Yeah, Shadow Mask. What's the podcast? It's Sonic Weekly is the name of the podcast. You can find it on Spotify and wherever podcasts aren't sold.
It's also on like Apple Podcasts. It's on YouTube. They have a YouTube channel too, where they just like overlay the podcast on top of gameplay of different Sonic games. So yeah, you can find it all over the place.
Alrighty, anything about Bo stuff before we head on to the next article?
I don't think so. Thanks, Bo.
Thank you, Bo. As always, love these articles. These are amazing, and I love covering all these like little Easter eggs and cheats nobody have found before.
Yeah, it's really cool. Breaking news every week.
Breaking news and breaking legs. That's what we do here at SHIRO. Looks like there's a lot of emulator news, isn't there, this week?
Yeah, I guess if you consider the Mister to be an emulator, it's hardware emulator, I guess.
Hardware emulation, it counts.
Yeah, a lot of... but first, we have some software emulation news for Android devices.
Okay, let's skip over. I'm just joking.
The Yaba Sanshiro emulator on Android has added RetroAchievements. And if you have not heard of RetroAchievements, it's a kind of a neat thing that allows players the ability to earn achievements in retro games by comparing a game's RAM to achievement code written by one of the RetroAchievement developers. And the achievements are linked to a user's RetroAchievements account. Project was created by Scott Breen more than a dozen years ago when he hacked some open source emulators to add his RetroAchievements idea to them. And before this, the only Saturn emulators that supported RetroAchievements were, I believe, like the Mednafen ones for like the Mednafen ones in RetroArch and in BizHawk. So now there's a new option, and this one, does run on a lot of mobile devices. So it's Android. It's not on the iOS and Windows versions of Yaba Sanshiro yet. However, the community manager of RetroAchievements, named Nepiki, said that it is in the works. It should be coming to the other versions of Yaba Sanshiro soon. So that's cool. The developer of Yaba Sanshiro, DevMeX, was kind of teasing this. A couple weeks ago, we did report on this a little bit in a news roundup, just like a little short, quick thing. And so now we have a full story about it because now it's actually out. So that's cool. Always these new features coming to Yaba Sanshiro. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, no, there's a lot of really interesting new features, and I definitely would say probably Yaba Sanshiro is the one you probably want to be rocking with for the most part.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's like I haven't tested on the Android platforms because I just don't have an Android phone anymore. I have an iOS phone, an iPhone, and I of course have Windows. I know the Windows version is glitchy and kind of prone to crashing. So hopefully the Android one works better. That has always been DevMeX's focus. Like, he started making a Saturn emulator to make one that runs on Android, make one that runs on mobile platforms, mobile computers, like portable PCs as well. So I imagine there's probably a little more accuracy and stability on that front. And then he kind of works on the Windows and iOS ones here and there when he has time, and when he, I guess, feels like he's got his Android version in a good place and he can bring the code over. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe Yaba Sanshiro is the one you want to go with on Android platforms.
Oh, for sure. I'm really excited about these achievements. Hopefully there's not a way you can cheat them where it's like you just like hack the RAM yourself.
Yeah. I don't know. I imagine they'd be able to detect that. I would hope. I guess this does also support hardcore mode, and hardcore mode like disables things like being able to do save states and rewind and whatnot in an emulator that a lot of emulators support. So you can't, and you have to disable cheat codes as well. So if someone gets like a mastery achievement on RetroAchievements, that means they played through the game on hardcore mode and they did not cheat. They did it the right way. So there's like a softcore mode, they call it, where like you can do cheats and stuff if you want. It's not guaranteed whether a person has used them or not, if they got any achievements under that mode. So I guess
so it's like check if the RAM's modified, I guess, to verify that there's no cheats or anything or funky stuff that's been enabled.
Yeah. There's a lot of like RAM checking shenanigans going on to make this stuff work. So this is probably like quite a bit of work to get this working. So hopefully people enjoy it.
Hopefully so. I hope they do too. I think it's really cool, and I think they really should try this out if they have emulators. But it'd be really cool if you get this in Mister. That'd be kind of cool too.
Yeah. Does it run on Linux? Analog Black Sheep asked. I am not sure, since that is a different operating system than like Android, right?
No, it's like the same. It's the same core. The Android's based on Linux.
Okay, Android is basically Linux. It probably
used to be
would.
removed, but they moved it in. But I'm fairly sure it's supported on Android on Linux though.
Okay, yeah, I didn't know if like the Android platform had like evolved so much that it like you wouldn't be able to just like put an Android app on a Linux computer or something anymore, or what. That's definitely an interesting idea. I would hope that
RetroArch is RetroArch. I mean, it works on RetroArch, right?
Yeah.
I believe RetroArch is a part of as like a Linux offshoot, so I'm fairly sure that should work.
I just don't know if like the Android version of Yaba Sanshiro works on Linux.
Oh, I mean, the Android one, I'm not sure if the Android one specifically, but the Linux one, I believe there's a Linux version of it. If there's just ignore that.
If there is, I've never seen DevMeX talk about like updating it.
Yeah, it's right there, Linux. There's the penguin right there.
Oh, yeah, I do see the penguin. I wonder how often it's from the Snap store. I wonder how often he updates this. I've never reported on this.
It's also on Steam, so I assume you could play it on the Steam Deck, and that's Linux-based.
Last updated February of 2020, so he has not been working on this Linux build since I started reporting for SHIRO.
Yeah, well, hopefully you could maybe like compile it yourself and make it better, but
yeah. So yeah, I wonder why he doesn't like update his Linux distribution. Like, I wonder why he doesn't work on that ever.
They probably do it themselves.
Maybe. Interesting. Anyway, well, there you go. We all learned something. There is a Linux version of Yaba Sanshiro. It's just 5 years out of date.
Alrighty, now we're going to cover the next story, which is GunBlaze S.
Yeah, hashtag Best of Saturn from Peter.
So this originally on PC is just GunBlaze. For Saturn 98 with upgraded graphics and retitled GunBlaze S. Nice little RPG again, only in Japanese, so good luck if you want to play it. It's an anime style. It's set in real world locations and features realistic quote unquote combat. So all the characters use guns instead of magics and have to manage their bullet inventories and stuff like that. The story is you pilot a young detective, Mark Flink, who runs into lovely girl Jewel on the run from a mysterious cabal who are after a necklace she is wearing. The PC originally featured softcore scenes. I imagine that's like as in hentai stuff.
Yes.
Saturn Edition maintains the adult topics, but the full nude scenes have been removed for ratings reasons. So it's really good. Really good mystery guns selected themes for GunBlaze S. So really good if you want to get your hands on it, and you can learn if you know Japanese. Actually, I wonder if this is was on the PC 98 instead of the PC.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah, probably. Like, I feel like that this is the sort of game that would be on the PC 98. It's right up their alley for that platform.
Yeah, so if you guys want to play it, go play it. If you want to play the adult version, though, the good version, you have to get the PC version, I guess.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, unless you are playing the game around sensitive young eyes, then you might want to. Maybe the Saturn version is the good version, you know?
Maybe.
It's,
all depends on. All depends how you feel. More PP, less QQ. That's funny. But yeah, definitely go check out GunBlaze S on the Saturn. I wish maybe they'll have a English translation of it sometime. That'd be kind of cool. I'd love to play it.
Yeah, there unfortunately is not a translation patch of this. You know, if you give me a second, I know that this game got a little conversation on the SHIRO Facebook page because someone said that they had actually played it. That they had played it, and they like, I guess they were kind of mixed on it. It's loading. Facebook is so fast these days. You know, back in my day,
gotta love it.
Facebook wasn't trash, but now
don't worry, it's always been trash.
Here we go. Oh, it had a good couple of years. Okay, so we have some comments here from Sasha Riddell, who said, of all Japanese RPGs I played during the last 3 years, this one I liked least. Going through a dungeon, having your gun explode just before the boss battle was the hate. But it was nevertheless cool enough to play through it. I'm always curious what a game has to offer, and I am convinced that there aren't really bad games. Even the inferior ones have something that speaks for themselves. So that's a pretty good attitude to have, even if the game frustrated you with something dumb like blowing up your gun before the last boss battle. Jeez.
Yeah, so that's kind of interesting. I'm glad people are actually playing these games. So
yeah,
I wonder if there's like a guide online. I definitely love to check it out.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It does look like it has some nice art. So it's just one of the many JRPGs that, you know, stayed exclusive to the Saturn in Japan that we never got.
Shame.
So yeah, it sucks. But yeah, thanks to Sasha for talking about you know, your experience a little bit on our Facebook page.
Alrighty, so the next article, Saturn Mr. Core now passes every test. So I'm guessing that by test it means like all the chips and everything's 1-to-1 pretty much.
Yeah. So how do I pronounce his name? Like, I should just call him Celery.
SRG, just say SRG 320.
No, I'm not talking about SRG. I'm talking about Celeriacon. Celeriacon was like interested in making music homebrew on different consoles like the NES and the Saturn. Mm-hmm. But they found that like they were having a hard time doing that with Saturn. So they made some tests to kind of like test the accuracy of different emulators as well as the MiSTer and whatnot. test their sound chip accuracy. This was last summer. And Sergey Dvodnenko, the developer of the Mr. Core, really took to that and found it really useful. And it seems like they've just kind of like went off and run with that, because now SellerAcon is making tests behind the scenes. They haven't been publicized, but they are behind the scenes making tests for all the different Saturn chips to test their accuracy. I think they don't have one for the VDP-1 yet, but they have tests that check out many of the Saturn's chips, including the DCC, the SCU, the SCSP, the SMPC, the VDP2, and the couple of SH2 main processors. And with all of those chips, the Saturn Mr. Core passes the tests completely. It's not failing to accurately emulate any of those, which is quite the achievement. This was just announced yesterday by Zet Sensei. Zet Sensei works closely with Sergey Dvodnenko on the core. He kind of like helps to test different builds out, and then is also kind of the mouthpiece of Sergey in the community, in the official Mr. Discord server.
Mr. Discord,
Zet Sensei
man.
Zet Sensei often will let people know what SRG320 is up to, or he'll kind of like take some concerns from people or questions or bugs they found to SRG320, let them know about it. So he's kind of our liaison, if you will. Zet Sensei's great. So yeah, he announced yesterday, from one of the least well-documented consoles, the Saturn, a few years ago, we now have one of the most precise cores in the Mr. ecosystem, which is that's awesome. Yeah. The work is not completely finished, he said, as we have to check other things on VDP-1 and some future tests from SellerAcon. That's because I guess Sergey had asked Zet Sensei and SellerAcon to test and verify some really obscure system quirks, namely the SCU DSP overflows and the HRES register latch position. No, I don't know what that means either, but they know what it means, and that's what's important.
That's what's the important part. They know what it means, what it does.
Yes. There are parts that aren't inside the test at the moment, but Zet Sensei said it's just for extreme accuracy and being future-proof. So that's awesome. Yes, I last reported on how the Mr. Core is doing about 2 months ago, and they made a lot of updates in that time. All of them have been just as unstable nightlies, so you have to go onto the Mr. server, to the unstable nightlies channel, to download the the RBF files or whatever, to download the cores, the unstable nightly cores, and you just put them on your Mr.'s SD cards folder. Where is it? I think it's just called unstable nightlies. Yeah, cores. Oh no, it's consoles/cores. You just put it in there, and then you select that when you're picking a core from the main menu to play, and you'll be able to try out the new updates, because the Saturn Mr. Core has not been updated on the main branch since June, since 2 months ago, which that's not that long ago, and it was in a really great place.
So if you 5 years,
right? Yeah, if you've still got that one, your experience is probably gonna be pretty good. Honestly, a lot of these updates that are happening now are just really small, minor things. I have a couple screenshots in the article showing, I don't know if you can see on the Street Fighter the movie screenshot, there's just this little line of weird garbled pixels to the right of Ken's head there. It's just a minor thing.
There,
yeah, or the other screenshot is in Panzer Dragoon and several other games, there was a little flickering pixel in the upper left corner of the screen. It doesn't happen on real hardware. It's not going to hinder your ability to play the game, really, but it is technically an inaccuracy. And so these are a couple of things that got fixed with some of the unstable builds.
I know there's some stuff like the 1 stick of RAM slowdown. I don't think there's much they could do about that for some of the games.
Yeah, so they were talking about this today, the difference between in the Discord, the difference between the single and dual RAM setups that you can have with your Mr. And I guess the Saturn Core is now using 99% of all of the available transistors on the Mister when you're in a single RAM setup, and when you're in a dual RAM, it is using 97% of them. So
Still a lot.
it's really at the limit. There's not much more they can do with the DE10 Nano board. Honestly, if they want to get any more accuracy on hardware emulation for the Saturn, they're probably going to have to wait for a new, stronger FPGA board to come out and be standardized, which I believe some of those are being worked on, right?
Apparently, like there's like the Mars one, there's a few other ones, but they're just sort of in limbo right now, so nobody knows what's going on with them.
Yeah, and hopefully when something like that does finally come out, that a lot of the work that Sergey has done will be able to be moved over to that new platform, and you can perfect things even more. But I mean, as it is, it's really close to being true hardware. So yeah, very cool for people who have a Mister or thinking about getting one. You're going to get a great experience with the Saturn games. We just need analog shoulder buttons. We need analog triggers, and that's not like a Saturn core issue. That's a Mister issue. No core on the Mister can have analog triggers, which, to be fair, none of the other cores for the Saturn really use analog triggers. The Saturn is awesome and unique in that respect. But you know what? It's a big part of the Saturn, and a lot of Saturn games could use it. So come on. Let's get it done. We need those analog triggers.
Yeah, and another thing people asked about the Mister having a savings discount. You actually, it's a cheap one on the if you go on the Taki Udon, they still do a lot of the cheaper Misters. So for the Mister Pi. Yeah. So if you guys want a cheap alternative than buying another DE10 Nano and stuff, you could just go there, and it works fine for me. I use that one for quite a bit, and no complaints here. No complaints here at all.
Yeah, it's what I have a Mister Pi, and I love it. Works great. No complaints. So I think that's what we've got. Yeah, I think that's what we've got on the Mr. Saturn Core front. So what's next?
Alrighty, we're going to cover the net. So this one's a big one. So SHIRO adds a NetLink support for Discord messaging.
Yeah, so this is a very cool feature. Shadowmask wrote this story up because Shadowmask brought this option to our attention and helped us set it up, right?
Yeah, no, he told us about that bot, and I think he got it all sorted out. I just got a message from Dan saying I need admin privileges to set up this Discross Discross bot, and I'm like, what? There's like during the middle of the game, it's like you're gonna have to wait for me to get home because I can't really do it at the Mercury game.
Yeah, which not like a time sensitive thing. You eventually did it today. The function that just got added today, so it's really cool. So what is this about, Pat?
So essentially, so basically, a lot of people really liked the idea of talking on the Saturn. So they're talking on Saturn, using the Saturn for like using our website. I know we have the HTML1 website people could visit, and I believe there's Amy. Yep, thanks to Amy. And I believe there's a app that actually allows people to send Discord messages through HTML-based websites, HTML1 websites. So, and guess what has HTML1 support? Saturn.
It sure does.
I think the way that you have to do is that you have to like connect it. I don't know the exact details, but you set over the Discross and register an account, and then type connect in the SHIRO Discord, and you'll be able to see the message on the left side. So you can log into there and use the Planet web browser to post a message directly to the SHIRO Discord. I'm not sure if it's like a specific channel. I have not been able to play with it. I assume that
it's any of them, yeah. And like you go over there, yeah, I think just any channel, and you type, I think it's like /connect or something like that, and it will connect you. Shadowmask did it earlier today, and it was in our general channel, where you put up caret. You put an up caret character, and then the word connect, and then the Discross. I've actually never heard
that character in real life before referred to that.
Yeah, I think it's an up caret, isn't it? What else is it called? Exponent?
I have no idea. I've never pronounced it in real life before.
Oh well, there you go. It's an X.
I
think
call
it
it up
also could
arrow.
be. And yeah, and I think it's they're carrots. Hey, do you know what the little squiggly line is called? That's to the left of the 1 key.
Yeah, tilde.
Okay, I thought I'd get you. Yeah, it's a tilde.
I'm a computer scientist. I have to use the tilde all the time.
But you don't know about the up caret?
I never heard it called up caret.
Oh, maybe I just made it up. I thought that's what it was called.
Maybe it
Anyway.
is. I don't know. I've never heard it pronounced in real life before or use it very often.
When you type whatever it is, when you do Shift 6 key, whatever you want to call it, and you type the word connect, then the Discross bot that is now in the SHIRO Discord server will say you have been sent a direct message with your verification code. And then you put that verification code into the Discross website, and then you're all connected. And you'll be able to, so just like a couple little steps you got to take, and then you'll be able to chat wherever you want on our Discord server from your Saturn or any other HTML 1.0 setup. So super cool. This even brought at least one new member into our server. I believe that was Corey. Popped in.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. They want to try that out.
Yeah. I welcomed Corey, and Corey said, "I found they said I joined specifically to try out the Discross implementation when I get home later." So that's awesome. Welcome to the community, Corey. Hope you're watching. They said I found a NetLink modem at the store a few years ago, and then I think they have a Dream Pipe too. So yeah, awesome. Can't wait to see them post from their Saturn later, and I hope some other people try it out too, because this is a neat feature. I unfortunately cannot do this because I don't have a Dream Pi. I connect with my NetLink modem using my laptop, actually, one I'm looking at right here. It's just a little netbook, but for some reason, something to do with Windows permissions, you cannot use the Saturn's Planet Web browser through the NetLink tunneler. So
I wonder if I could try this on the Dreamcast.
Yeah, I don't know. I would think it would probably work on the Dreamcast too. That's a good idea. It's a good point.
Nice. I'll have to do that. I can look at websites on my Dreamcast, so maybe I might try this out.
I'm a tunneler. No Discord on Saturn for me, Panda said. Yeah, well, I mean, you can do this with the tunnel if you have a Dream Pi. It will work. But the problem is trying to use a Windows platform instead of a Dream Pi, like a PC, because Windows specifically does not allow for some kind of thing you need to make the browser work.
Windows hates you.
I guess we're kind of lucky that we're able to get online play at all through Windows. I really hope they figure out a way to make that work, because I would love to just like browse the Saturn, or the SHIRO website on my Saturn. I think that would be so cool. I'll just have to bite the bullet and buy a Dream Pi one day, I guess.
Yeah, looks like he did it about a year ago, though, like in 2024.
Malenko said, it's really a circumflex, but it's colloquially known as a caret. Okay, thank you. Okay, a circumflex. So I'm not off base by calling it the up caret.
I've just never heard it called up caret before. I just thought of like arrow. Maybe it's I don't know. I've never really heard anybody say it in real life. I just use the up arrow thing.
That's fine. Click on the link. There's a list of platforms supported, Shadow Mask said.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah, definitely check this out and try it out if you have a Saturn or a Dreamcast or any HTML1 console that can connect to it. Maybe a Wii browser would be kind of fun.
Yeah, it would.
Alrighty, so I think this is our last article. Wow, we just hit 4 o'clock directly. That's nice.
Is
the timing?
This is our last one? Yeah, I guess so.
Alrighty, so Taki Udon's SuperStation 1 dock will support Saturn disk loading. So this one's interesting. So I guess I have to look at it on.
Yeah, you wrote this story. Yeah. This was great. Got
first story in a little bit.
Pat words on the website.
Perds, if you will. The perds.
Perds. Yeah.
But anyways, so Taki Udon, who's known for making the Mr. Pi and the SuperStation 1 that we talked about, there's basically Mr. FPGA implementation, FPGA like consoles to play games. Recently stated that he was working on getting loading Sega Saturn discs using his Super Dock add-on. So for those that don't know as well, including the SuperStation, he has another option with it that's called the Super Dock, which allows you to load discs and via it's slot loaded, I believe.
Yeah,
It's
so
tray
it's
loading.
like
It's tray loading. My bad.
yeah, a disc add-on for an FPGA essentially, and it'll play game discs, right off the disc, which is awesome.
Yeah. So the only issue though is that I don't like for the station. What's it called? The SuperStation 1. I'm not sure if it actually uses a modified core to do this, or it's like a workaround to use it like on a actual core, so you can just plug and play it. So that's what I'm unsure about, because it looks like the PlayStation might be a modified core that's being loaded with it.
I'm not sure. You should maybe like reach out and ask him, because I'd be interested to know that too.
Yeah, I'll have to go ask him about that. But essentially,
you just put regular Mr. cores on there. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, so that's what I was confused about. Is that it seems like it's based on Mr. Cores, but maybe it's slightly modified. But so he basically experimented with the PlayStation one, and he started experimenting with not only the Sega CD, but also the PC Engine, and then later tried the Saturn one and the PC Engine core, and is slowly loading it. I think the priority though is going to be the PlayStation first, and then slowly but surely he'll do the rest of the consoles and disk load them. So it'll really be the first FPGA that actually loads it from disk. And I guess a lot of people are asking, who cares when you just load them on SD card? But I see a lot of people just like playing it from the disk and, like being able to play it.
Yeah,
so I can see the valid reasons for that.
Yeah, at the very least, it can save some hard drive space or something if you have a big library of games on disk. Feel like ripping them or finding them through other means and loading up on your hard drive. You can just like, okay, I have this FPGA sitting here in my living room and all my games. I'll just pop whatever disc I want to play in there. I have like a Sky Target, my beloved Sky Target that you guys got me as a gift, and I don't have that as like on my hard drive. I haven't ripped the disc because like I have the disc, and I just pop it into my Saturn and play it when I want to play it.
That's
so
fair enough.
It'd be kind of neat to have this sort of thing, on a Mister, and be able to like pop it in there and be like, okay, yeah, I know this looks like it's running well on here too.
Yeah, no, so this is really, 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 really cool add-on, and I'm excited for people to be able to get their hands on it and actually try, playing Saturn like on disc on their Mister.
Yeah, it's neat. And it's neat that he decided to prioritize the Saturn with this, when it like clearly his focus is on the PS1. He made this thing look like a PS1. I kind of hope that he does like some kind of Saturn Mini sort of a design. That would be cool. Just like give people options.
Better than ripping out the disk drives of an existing Saturn.
Yeah, you don't have to chop up a real Saturn to have yourself a Saturn Mini, which is a tragedy every time that happens.
Yeah, no, I definitely could see that. It shouldn't be too hard to do that. You probably would have to get connectors for the Saturn and stuff, but the thing I like the most about this is that it actually uses the ports for the PlayStation 1 and the memory card. So you can actually do that use both of those for that. So maybe you can do a variation for Saturn. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, I would.
But yeah, that's about it for that. He's still working on it, so we'll have to see. The pre-orders are sold out, unfortunately, but I can't not see him making more batches of it. That's definitely something that's coming out. I think the next one is coming out like in like a couple quarters, like maybe quarter 3 or 4. I think is when this one's being released. Let's see on his website.
Yeah, which I mean,
quarter 4, 2025 or earlier.
Yeah, we're in quarter 3 right now, so it should be coming out soon, right?
Yeah, coming right around the mountain. And it's fairly cheap too. Looks like he dropped the price to $179, so that's fairly affordable. I mean, how much is the Mr. Pi? Yeah, it's $125, so that for some plastic isn't that bad at all. And the support for the drives and everything, that's pretty. Or for the PlayStation stuff, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
But yeah, no, if you guys want to keep an eye out for it. We'll give it a shout out if it goes up for pre-order again. We'll share it out on the SHIRO site, so we'll let y'all know if it goes up for pre-order. And you guys can get your hands on the SuperStation.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Yeah, we had some questions in chat about whether there are any new Japanese games getting translated on the Saturn lately, and nothing. As I was letting PB Praga know, there's nothing been finished lately, but there are quite a few teams working on translations right now. They're just hard at work. They haven't finished yet, so we haven't had anything to report on that front. But I mean, sometimes we do write stories as kind of like progress reports, let people know what's going on. So maybe we'll do another one of those soon, because people seem to like knowing about that. It does always feel like we've got a new Saturn game whenever a translation patch comes out. So
yeah, for sure. I know that there's a lot of people still working on them, and hopefully we could hopefully we can get some more out soon. I mean, there's still technically there's the was it the Hail Fighting Squadron patch, but that was more of a NTSC patch than a actual fan translation, really.
Yeah, we already had, the official translation and the PAL version. It just kind of ported that over to the Japanese version, so you could play it at 60 hertz without having audio issues, weird little things.
Little things like that.
But the translation patch that everyone should have top of mind that's being worked on is definitely Malenko and company's Terra Fantastica. We need that patch done ASAP. We've been waiting many years, and I know he's got a couple of native Japanese speakers who are hard to work on it, so I'm just giving them a hard time. But hopefully they are able to deliver that when the time comes and they're ready, and it's I'm sure it'll be awesome.
It's good to go. Yeah, we're not trying to push him, though we kind of are, but
we are absolutely pushing. Yes, please. We want to play Terra Fantastica.
Yeah, there's a lot of people actually busy doing other translations in the chat as well, and the translation chat on our Discord. We can join right above if you click the link in Pudgy Bunny's description on the pinned comment. You can go do that. There's also the Tokimeki Memorial that I think is looking for more testers. So if you guys want to try that out, it's on the Tokimeki Discord. You can check that one out, see how that is.
I just remembered, I think we might actually have some news on a translation patch coming next week, courtesy of our fellow SHIRO, Gregory Rasputin. So really? There's a tease. Yeah, keep your eyes out next week.
Yeah, I guess there's an update. So yeah, I guess we lied to you. There is potentially a new fan translation coming out soon.
Yeah, we don't have one yet. I don't, but there's something coming. There's going to be news.
Something wicked this way comes.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, I think that's what we got, huh, Pat, for this week? It was a good week.
We showed us what we got, and that's what we got. So, without further ado, it's time to do the Patreon read. I'm glad I'm finally doing all these cues. I got them all synced up now, so
nice.
Actually, I haven't forgot them recently. Been doing them 2 weeks in a row. Hopefully,
we need a graphic. We need graphics to pop up that say, thank you, Patreons, or Saturn News, or whatever. Go with the exciting music.
I gotta set those up. I have to set those up. Gotta find that time. Fun. Alrighty, so shouts out to Murder of Crows, Emerald Nova, Johannes Fetz, Paul Blort, Sega Steve, Cerillion, Chris Piper, Dana Fredrickson, Derek Pasquarella, aka A-Team, Evo42, Patrick Friend Otaku, Jim Clasher Rank, Linewing Publishing, Mompus, Normal Guy, Nutrageous Orlando Guy, Robert Ramsey, Rowan Dinked, Stoneman, the Sega Guys, and Young Money Sawee. If you guys want to back us at the 10 and up level, that'll be the All Access Patreon and the VIP Patreon. Get shouted on the show.
Thank you, everyone.
And thank you very much for all the backing. Anyone at the $1 and up level could comment, get their names in the credits of the SHIRO show for the live show. And you get access to a lot of early content, from Pandemonium videos to early podcasts and all the other goodies that we have. And netlinks, once we get that all sorted out. I know Dave's still working on that, so
yeah,
hopefully we can get that sorted out. We also, if you guys don't want to back us on Patreon, we have some shirts and stuff you guys could buy as well. Cool little shirts. Don't think we have any new designs recently. I saw Tom Fun got some shirts. He put it
he
on
did.
the. Let me see if I can get a link to that, because I told people you posted on Twitter, and we'll show it on the show. So why don't I go?
Yeah, Paru.
Keep my actual word.
Paru also posted himself in a new SHIRO shirt in our chat, the general chat. Yeah, Paru wa Codex no Claude Yace. I don't know, crazy screen name there, but yeah, looking good with the Saturn Girl t-shirt.
Nice. Unfortunately, I think if I do the chat, it's gonna open up general, but I'll try it.
Okay, you'll have to use your imaginations, or just check the Discord.
I'll try. Dan's gonna be cut off for a little bit, so I can do this. So
yeah, that's fine. It's just me.
Copy the link to it or not. Copy that. Put that. Put Dan back up on there. Then open it up here.
Nice.
There we go. Paru in his in his shirt. Saturn Girl shirt looks really cool.
Yeah, thanks for the support, Tom Fun. Thanks for buying some t-shirts. Hope you enjoy.
Thank you, Paru. But yeah, no, thank you very much, y'all, for supporting us. Like I said, if you guys get shirts, we'll show it off on the show. And if you guys want your own shirts, you can go to our shirt shop, Teespring.
TeePublic.
Sorry, TeePublic. My bad. Yeah. I need to fix that.
We said Teespring for so long. Yeah, we've switched over to TeePublic. That's our new store.
Your TeePublic. Go to TeePublic. Get some cool shirts.
Or some cool mugs or magnets or stickers. They have all kinds of stuff. Hats.
I think we have hoodies too.
Hoodies. Yep, there are hoodies. So
you can do all designs. So there's a bunch of different designs we have. But yeah, no. Yeah, and then of course you can join our Discord, like we said before. Through our Discord, check our website. And of course, thank you to everyone that donates on the chat itself too. That's also really cool. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you to everyone who supports us and tunes in and listens and watches. Yeah, we're happy to bring the Saturn community together and talk about it. You know, this console is still alive all these years later because the community keeps it alive with all kinds of awesome new stuff to talk about and enjoy. So a lot of fun.
Alrighty. Well, without further ado, thank you guys for watching, everybody. And remember, you must play Sega Saturn.
You must.